Learning. With PHT, we're gonna go learning. With PHT, and I learned something today. Did you learn something? Hooray! Learning. Learning with PHT.
Guys, welcome to PHT Café. So another episode for you from us, the Realtor Brothers. I'm Edward, this is Danny. We are real estate agents in the Orlando, Florida area. And we come to you every week with a show about real estate and some other fun topics. I hope everybody's doing great, and I'm gonna ask him how he's doing. Ready? Here we go. How you doing, bro?
Awful. No, I'm kidding.
Same.
I'm doing good. My girlfriend's visiting, so I'm having a really good time with her.
Jessica.
Yeah.
That was bad.
That was really bad. I'm gonna leave it in.
I'm off.
You're off. You missed a little key there. And today we went and played Topgolf.
It's a driving range.
A driving range.
It's like a fun driving range where you hit the ball into targets and get points.
Yeah, the boss have like GPS and stuff. It's crazy.
That
it was absolutely crazy.
Pretty insane. Yeah.
But that was really cool. I won the first game. Super excited. Came in last place the second game.
Yeah, and I won the second. Well, actually, I didn't win.
I would have won. This guy was toying with us. He's an actual golfer and like golfs.
Our golfer just showed up,
and he was winning the whole game. I think because he also sells services to real estate agents. He does ADT, like security systems. So I think he was just letting him win while he was selling us his services, and then at the very end, he's like, "Oh no, you're about to win." And let me also say that we are not getting paid by these companies to say this.
But if you guys want to pay us, if you're watching and you want to pay
that'd
us,
be real cool. Actually, we would like to be. Actually, if we don't get paid for this, I'm cutting it out. You're gonna miss out on 3 viewers, sir. Sorry for you. All right. So what's today's topic?
So today's topic is going to be foreclosures.
Foreclosures.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, is there a difference between foreclosures and 3 closures?
Yep. 4 is more. So foreclosure, a lot of people come to us as realtors, obviously, and they ask us, hey, can you find me a foreclosure? And, we have to explain to them what a foreclosure is, because foreclosure is not really a status of a home. It's a process that a property goes through. And so there's no such thing as a foreclosure home. There are homes that have been foreclosed, which end up in another category, and there are homes that are going through the process of foreclosure. So we're going to go through those steps and the differences with all that stuff.
Cool. And the reason that this comes up a lot is when the market crashed in 2008, 2009, there were a lot of houses that were foreclosed upon and then sold. And then once the market started picking back up and people could buy houses, they were getting super good deals on these houses. So there's sort of a mindset out there currently where people are like, oh, well, the foreclosure houses. Can I find a foreclosure house so that I can get a really sick deal on a nice house and get it way under market value? Now, the first problem with that is
the market has rebounded.
It has rebounded. The market is rock and roll McDonald's right now.
Actually, all of Florida and most of the country already has rebounded from that collapse that he was talking about from 08, 09, where the industry pretty much just kind of halted. If you owned a home during that time, you know that your home value went down. And that's mostly because of all those foreclosed homes. They brought the values of homes down in pretty much every neighborhood in the country.
Now we're going to go through what a foreclosure actually is, which is actually a process. And this delightful gent next to me is going to explain the foreclosure process.
Who, me? So the foreclosure process, obviously, So the foreclosure process is a difficult process to talk about because it's when a family is going to lose something that is important to them, their house.
That was so bad. That's so bad. My favorite part is that you literally could not find a rhyme.
So it's a tough process because it happens when a family can't pay for the mortgage anymore for any type of hardship. For example, if you lost your job or the economy collapses and everybody's affected, well, then all of a sudden your mortgage payment can't be made. So the bank that has your mortgage, after several months of not receiving that payment, they start that foreclosure process. And that just means that they're going to now take the collateral that you promised them in case you weren't able to pay the mortgage. And the collateral in a mortgage is the property.
The house.
They start the process to take back that property to try to recuperate that money that you owe them.
So, okay, so then why would somebody lose it to the bank and not just sell the house?
Well, that's actually a great question. And many sellers or owners do attempt to do that. They try to sell the home. But unfortunately, during the time when the market was going down, like I mentioned, the value of the home was lower in many cases than what they owed the bank. So they would try to sell the home. But for example, if you owed $200,000 on your home, but now it's valued only at $100,000, then that bank is never going to get their $200,000. So if you sold the home for $100,000, there's a difference of $100,000, and that's what a short sale is.
Short sale.
That's right.
Yes. A lot of people ask what short sales are.
Yeah, and it's just basically simply the sale of a property for less than what the loan of that property is, or that mortgage is. Cool.
In a short sale, the seller actually doesn't have full control over the sale. Since the bank is now going to be taking an L, they have to actually approve the sale price so they can try to recuperate as much money as they possibly can and lose as little as possible.
All right, so let's say they do try to short sale, but they can't sell it. They're not able to sell it. What happens next?
Well, the next step in the foreclosure process is they take ownership of the home away from you. They take that collateral back. So now the home is owned by the bank and not by the person. Now the person is released from the responsibilities of the house, but they do have that foreclosure on their credit.
Even if you do a short sale, it is going to affect you negatively on your credit because obviously you've been behind on your payments. But a foreclosure obviously has a little bit of a more negative impact on your credit than a short sale does. So if you hear the term REO, it stands for real estate owned, and that's the term that banks use to identify what type of property that is. It's a real estate property owned by a bank.
Because it would be too damn easy for them to just put bank owned.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is that not only banks use that term, the government also uses that term. So if it's a Fannie Mae property, it's also REO. They use the same phrase.
Huh. Has anybody ever played that game HQ? That's the Has anybody ever played that game HQ? That's it's an app. It's an app. The app it's like a game show, but it's on an app, and you play. Yeah, it's a trivia app. You play it all together with like millions of people, and there's a quirky host, and he asks you questions and all that. That app it shows me that I'm dumb. And I hate it. And they make you like confident because the first question is always like, what is a thing that you put on your head to shield you from the sun? A golf ball, a penguin, a hat. And you're like, duh, I'm a hat. Genius. But then like question number 6 is like, the nickname of the 14th century French king who was decapitated not once, but twice. But there's never a question about real estate or my mom, so I got nothing.
Yeah, so the bank has taken over the property. Now it's an REO property, and now the bank is just a seller. Now, lately, when people have asked us, listen, I would like to see foreclosed home or a foreclosure, etc., what they mean obviously is either a short sale home or an REO. Mm-hmm. The problem with that is that the market has rebounded, as we mentioned, and there's not a lot of them. There's hardly any at all. There's barely any inventory of normal homes.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Now the difference between offering an REO and a short sale is that a short sale property, to get that property is going to take a lot longer, or it can take a lot longer. I shouldn't say it's going to, but it most likely will take longer. It could take anywhere up to 6 months for you to even hear back about the offer that you placed. So the seller might say, yeah, I'll sell it for that amount, but the bank might come back and say, you know what, no, we want another $10,000, $20,000. There it is. There it is. If you want some more information, there it is. Guys, remember, we're a real estate company, so if you're looking to buy a home or sell your property, or if you know someone that's looking to buy or sell real estate, contact us, the Realtor Brothers. We're here to help you.
Right, and of course, don't forget to snip our snaps, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel and our podcast, and check out PEREZHomeTeam.com. And we'll see you guys next week.